when this trailer came out, a lot of people already had their opinion about what this movie was going to be and how they were going to rate it. Were they right, wrong, or reserve freaking judgment before you watch a film? Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing here. What's about pretty simple premise, time, stationary position. From the dinosaurs to basically today's day and age of what happens in this house, land, dinosaur eggs, and all these different families. It's pretty damn simple premise. You're just watching people live in a corner of a house. So did I like this film? Honestly, I went in thinking this might be an interesting premise because I love The Walk. It is a Robert Zemeckis film about the Twin Towers with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think that movie was just completely overlooked and one of the best movies of the past 10 years. And while here isn't on that level, I do appreciate the difference of this film. Yes, are there glaring flaws with this movie? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I appreciated something simple, something unique, and something that I think anyone could really watch because there are some laugh out loud moments in this movie, and the final end 3 minutes really do tug on your heartstrings. So talk about the positives. Let's talk about the storytelling. Usually you talk about the acting and cinematography, blah, 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 but how it's told. It is told by specific moments in time. Chairs, radios, TVs, something happens outside, a painting, telephone, alcohol, a bed. And they put these in these little boxes. And once you focus on this box, then it kind of translates to a different timeline. Because like I said, there's a Benjamin Franklin timeline, there's a Native American one, there's a dinosaur one, there's the one creating the Lazy Boy, there is a one that loves being a pilot one, the Tom Hanks one, the Paul Bettany one, this new quote-unquote COVID one, which that was by far the weakest one, hands down. That was a very much eye roll with some of the dialogue and that. That's all I'm going to say is some of the dialogue and where that story was going. I didn't really like it, but it's a very weird dynamic where they're talking about how housing, you just sell your house at that moment in time because you're going to get a butt ton of money. Taxes. Like I said, this movie kind of goes all over the place with the writing, what they're trying to say, but I really dug some of where it was going. But the non-linear storytelling of switching through these different timelines is fun. However, at only being an hour and 45 minutes, you don't get a lot of like the Benjamin Franklin one, the pilot one, the one that's about the black family at the very end of this timeline that deals with COVID. You don't get a lot of that, motivation to want to watch it. It's mostly the Paul Bettany, Robin Wright, Tom Hanks show. And they really do a good job. The de-aging's fantastic. I like the subtle score in this movie. The cinematography is nothing to really like, oh my god, it's basically a camera in the corner. It's one glaring flaw, though, is some of the CGI. I know for a fact with Robert Zemeckis' company, he loves doing de-aging, and he loves doing this stuff like Polar Express, like I said, The Walk with this one, and the last one he did was also a de-aging movie, but I cannot remember Robert Zemeckis' last film. Anyway, with this one, that's fine. It is the green screen when it comes to some of the backgrounds. Of course, I would say 50% of this movie is a set. Okay, 100% of this movie is a set, but you know what I mean? There's a green screen and then realism. Anytime there's a mahogany or dark background with these actors, it's very much green screen and very much predominant. Like I said, when it deals with the pilot storyline, you could tell there's a lot of green screen on that one, and how the movie opens up with trying to sell this house. It's like, oh, I hope the movie doesn't look like this. But every time there's more colors, there's more stuff in the background, it looks better rather than having empty walls and you're like, okay, I can completely tell that is a green screen in the background. So yeah, other than that too, yeah, you could say for an hour and 45 minutes, you kind of want more fleshing of these characters. But like I said, it's a Paul Bettany, Tom Hanks type of storyline. And you could say it does rush to like I kind of want to know more about Tom Hanks's daughter. I kind of want to know more about these characters, but you don't get that throughout this movie. But overall, here it's a very unique premise that it did suck me in. I was never bored with this film. I was always intrigued about each storyline, even though you don't get to take in all these characters. It was still having fun. I had a good time with this movie. Yes, some negatives, kind of like I said. You want more from the characters, and some of the green screen just didn't work. So here we'll receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futon, which equals at 70%. So see the critics and user scores gave this one. Critics looks like a 38% with 53 of them. Critic consensus: while it's heartening to see director Robert Zemeckis return to humanistic storytelling, here's stagey content and overabundance of spectacle robs it of emotional renaissance. Eh, eh. Yeah, I can see how some people were disappointed with this one. I mean, sure, but I think I was just more intrigued by the actual storytelling process. 3870. Chase Lock here at the Blue Futon.com. Subscribe. One of the things Futontopia. You Blue Tony. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Watch this tape tomorrow, week from month, and a year from freaking one of you. Peace, love, peace, love. And happy Halloween. Yeah, I'm interested. I guess some people were just a little bit, they wanted more overall.